inside. Let's just try and hold it there. Slow it down, turn it in. He's gone straight over the curb. Oh my God, it got him away. Oh my God, that was his fault. Hi everybody and welcome back to some more Project Cars 2 here on this channel. I'm KPG-GOONER here and welcome back to some more career mode. Now in today's career mode episode we are in the GINETTA GT5 Championship, and this is one that we didn't do previously before all the updates, so I'm really looking forward to this. Now I have raced the GINETTA GT5s a couple of times online but never in a championship, and all British circuits in today's episode. We start off at Oulton Park Island. I'm going to try and cut down the episode so I can get all 5 races in. Let's get straight into the first one. So here we go. Well, that's the first qualifying session out of the way, guys, and we've managed to take pole position. I was actually surprised because I was struggling right at the start, but once I got into a rhythm, I started to put in some decent laps. So let's get straight to the race and see if we can take our first win in this championship. Right, so here we go with the first race of this championship around Oulton Park Island. Now, we've managed to get pole position in that qualifying. Let's see if we can start off with a win. Now, I've got the settings on authentic as well, guys, and I'm using the Logitech G29 steering wheel. Right, that's not a bad start. Managed to pull away okay. Let's see if we can get into that first corner and settle down into a rhythm. Now I did struggle at the early part of the qualifying session, but once I got into a rhythm and got used to the handling of the car, it felt okay, and we're on the stable setup. We haven't adjusted anything. The only thing we did change was the fuel, and that was it. Everything else is on default, but this car does handle pretty decent. I have raced it a couple of times online, like I said at the start of the episode. Right, let's slow it down. This can be a tricky turn. Still not maximum heat in the tyres, so it's not going to grip as well. Oh God, the car behind got round that turn pretty quickly, but we've managed just to pull away again. Let's see if we can get into these first couple of turns. Like I said, first lap, it's going to take a little bit of time to get that heat in those tyres, to get all the grip, and then we can start pushing for decent times. Now we're only about half a second quicker in the qualifying, but half a second is quite a lot around this circuit. Right, that's not too bad through there. We're managing just to hold off second place, and let's see if we can maintain that. But I will up the level, guys, the AI level, if I manage to win this pretty comfortably, because I do want to challenge myself in this championship. That's not too bad. Still sliding a bit, but we're managing to keep it nice and steady and on the tarmac. Right, coming to the last corner, and that should be the first lap out of the way. Now, all these races are session times of 6 minutes. So it's just how many laps we can do in that amount of time. Right, so we're coming to the finish line. We're still sitting in a decent position, and we're starting to pull away, which is good. Right, let's just keep it nice and tight into this section here. Let's try not to make too many errors. That's nicely done. Yep, and that car is managing just to catch up a little bit. He's pushing hard, but we're just managing just to hold him off. We seem to be okay once we get on the straights, but in the slow corners he just has a little bit of an edge over us, and that is just a little bit noticeable in the last lap or so. So we've got to just keep an eye on that to make sure he doesn't run into me. Sometimes the AI can be very unpredictable. I must admit there has been massive improvements since the update. The AI are a lot harder to compete against on the hardest level on certain circuits, and they don't run into you as much. So yeah, I'm thinking that the updates have made a huge amount of difference to the career mode. Right, we've just managed to pull away again, which is good. If we can keep on doing that, we could get to the end of this and get our first win. Oh God, braked a little bit late there onto the apex. Just managed to control it. Now we don't want to get a penalty because that would really work against us, and we don't want to we don't want to give the car behind us any opportunity to get back. And we have dropped a bit of time on that lap, so we need to up it again and keep on pushing. Right, coming to the last corner, and it looks like we're going to take a win in this first race of this championship. It overall has been pretty damn decent. We made a few errors here and there in the slow corners, but overall we were just too good for the AI. So we're definitely going to have to bump that level up. But I enjoyed that. That's a good start to this championship. We get the first points, and I'm not sure whether we got the fastest lap, but we will double check. I think we did. And yes, we did, so we get the extra point as well, which is good. Right, so we move on to the next race in this championship. I wasn't sure which one it is, but we're all British circuits and we don't know what the conditions going to be, so let's get straight into it, guys. So here we go. Right guys, next up is Snetterton 200, another very tight and tricky circuit, and also we're going to bump that level up as well. Let's put it up to about 110, and if we manage to do this one really well, we might just go to 120 and go throughout the episode on that. But let's get straight into this race. We don't know what the conditions are, overcast at the moment, so let's get straight into qualifying. Well, that wasn't a bad lap. I think I might skip the session on and see if that time stays at number 1. Yes, it does. So we take pole position again. I definitely think I need to put the AI level to 120. We seem to be absolutely flying in these cars at the moment, and we want the challenge. Right, let's get into the race and see if we can get another decent result. Right, so here we go with the race around Snetterton, and it's a heavy cloud, and it's a different time of night, so the lights are on, so it's going to be slightly darker, so that will affect the tyre temperatures, so we're going to have to be careful in the first lap. Let's see if we can get a good start in our pole position, and off we go. This first corner can be very, very tricky if they come up the inside. No, it looks like we're going to get away. Just double check just to make sure that I don't turn into another car and go off the circuit and get nicely turned in. See, we've managed to get away again, but I definitely think we need to up the AI level to 120% after this race. I was very surprised. I mean, like I said, I haven't done any races in the career mode in these cars before, so I wasn't sure what sort of level the AI would be, and that's why I always start at 100%, but it seems like we do have the pace in these cars, so we definitely will change that. Let's see if we can hold on to it. This is a difficult section under the bridge. Sometimes this can throw you out. First lap I almost came off, but on the second lap I managed to set that time and got pole position. So after 2 laps that's not bad, but it was in the daytime and in better conditions. Not too bad, took it steady through there, and we're managing to maintain our lead, and we're just over a second ahead, which is good. We don't want to give them any chance, so let's see if we can just hold it. This is a tricky corner. You have to start slowing down about here, drop it a couple of gears, and then try and get nice and tight in. Oh God, definitely didn't have the grip then. Oh, that could have been a mistake, but just managed to hold on to it. Sometimes you can take a great speed round there, but it's when your tyres are up to temperature. Right, so we go into the next lap. Let's see if we can just extend our lead, and hopefully we can get another win on the board. There's still only a second gap between us and second. We're definitely not completely pulling away. They've definitely got the edge through some of those corners. Right, let's go into the next lap and see if we can get a faster time, because they are keeping pace with us. Lewis, oh, a bit of a drift. Oh, had the car sideways then, managed to hold on to it. Oh God, dear, I did brake a little bit too hard there. And I forget we are on the authentic settings, so yes, the brakes are going to lock up if I slam my foot down too hard. Right, we managed to get away with that one, but they have closed the gap a little bit. Let's just try and make sure that we don't give them any opportunity to get too close, because we don't want to get into the final lap with loads of grief. We want to win this one and then move on to probably the hardest circuits in this championship. Well, it's one I struggle on, but we will get to that at the end of this race. Right, keep it nice and controlled through there, and it looks, oh God, almost lost the front end. Oh God, I made another mistake. I am starting to make mistakes. I don't know if the temperature is starting to drop, and there's a lack of heat in the tyres, because the tyres have gone a little bit, the colour has changed. I did have some decent heat in those tyres, and now I haven't, so we're going to have to just be careful of that. Slow it down. Yes, we are definitely losing a bit of grip with the temperature. Hold it into this turn, be careful, last corner coming up. Let's not throw it away, but the AI have definitely pushed us on this last lap. Hold it. Oh God, just don't feel like I've got any grip. The time of day really affects the tyre pressures, and it really proved it on that last lap, but it looks like we're going to come through it and just about take the win here. Oh my dear Lord, that got hairy on that last lap, but we managed to come through it anyway. So we move on to the next race, and I'm not sure whether it's my tricky circuit that I don't like in this championship, Donington, but we will get into it and have a look, and plus we're going to put the AI level on 120 as well. So let's get straight into it. Oh guys, next up is Silverstone National, not Donington Park, but let's get straight into this one. I've put the AI level on 120% now, so let's get straight into qualifying. So here we go. Not the greatest qualifying session, only took 9th. It was dry at the start, and then it started raining, and that really affected me trying to push for those fastest times. But anyway, let's get into the race. Right, so here we go with the race. We start off in 9th position after that poor qualifying, but we are starting the race in light rain. I'm not sure what the AI are going to be like in the wet. Probably not that great, but hopefully we can push right at the start and get into a decent position. But this circuit can be a nightmare. If it gets any worse, for puddles, it can be a nightmare. So let's see if we can get a good start here. And we're off the grid, and it looks like we're going to be able to take a couple of places. Let's make sure we don't get anyone running inside of us. Oh, a few cars struggled in that first turn. Let's just try and skip through the inside. Yes, we managed to take a couple of places. Now, let's see if these conditions stay like this for the whole race. Now, if it dries up, then we're going to have a battle on our hands, because they were a lot quicker when it was dry at the start of the qualifying, and that's why I didn't have any. My time was nowhere near theirs. So let's see if we can just hold it into that and hold it. But even on 120% AI level, the AI still struggle in wet conditions, which is a shame, but hopefully that is something they will address eventually in one of these updates, because it is a nightmare that as soon as it starts raining, they just don't compete. And it happens with all these weather races where you start off in the dry and it starts raining. You want them to compete at all levels, and I just think they should address that. Right, let's keep it nice and steady. Oh god, I'm losing the bloody grip round there. Still loads of puddles developing. Right, let's see if we can get up the inside, and that should put us in 4th position going into the 2nd lap, and we're managing to get through the field okay. We've just got to keep it steady. We don't want to spin out. If we spin out, then it's going to be a real tricky one to get back in the race. Let's just try and stick with that call. Got a little bit of contact there. Just managed to force him out the way, and we're into 3rd. Let's see if we can take this. Yeah, we're just getting past him too easily. This wasn't the case. Like I said at the start of the qualifying, I was struggling to keep up with them around here, but now they're just absolutely struggling. And the conditions aren't going to get any better. Be careful, the wheels went a little bit light then. It looks like the rain is set in now, so let's see if we can take this one, and that should push us into 1st place with still 4 minutes to go. Oh, this could be a lonely race at the front here. Right, let's keep it nice and steady, and keep it nice. Yep, that's not too bad. Oh god, don't lose the front end. We don't need to push it now. We know once we've settled down, we should be able to pull away from the rest of the cars. And it looks like we're going to go into the next lap already pulling away, and it looks like we're going to take the 3rd win in this championship. But I do believe the next one will be a lot more challenging, but we'll have to find out. We've just got to keep going. Right, coming to the last corner, and god, these puddles are getting absolutely ridiculous. The rain, it really has not let up at all in this race, but we've managed to battle through and just take it nice and steady, and we're going to take another win, almost 12 seconds ahead of the field. They're just nowhere near us, even on the highest level. They're just not good enough in the wet, and we take another win. It's just too easy in the wet. I hardly struggled at all in that race. Right, so we move on, guys. Let's get into the next round. So here we go. Right, guys, next up we've got Donington Park National, and hoping for better conditions for the race. Let's jump into it. We start with medium cloud. Please don't rain in this one. I want this to be a battle. So let's get straight into that qualifying session. So here we go. Oh god, that was a tough qualifying. We managed to get 4th though. I'm happy with that, and hopefully the conditions stay dry. Now let's get into that race. I'm looking forward to this one. So here we go. Right, so here we go with the race around Donington Park National, and it's not raining, guys, so fingers crossed we get a decent race. Now, there's one thing I do get annoyed about this circuit, and I was struggling in the qualifying session, is there's the penalties that you get on this circuit are very, very harsh. You've got to be so careful. I've got so many warnings in that qualifying session. Hopefully I don't get him in the race, because that could really cost us. Right, we've got a decent start here. Can we get into that 1st corner and try and take 1st place, can we? Oh, God, hold it nice and tight. Yes, we've managed just to squeeze past. Yes, we have into first place. Now, we know we're not the quickest around some of these turns, so we're going to have to hold on to this. We're going to have to be so defensive as well. I noticed that in the qualifying that they don't let up around this circuit. Now, this is the one that I kept getting the penalty warnings on. You get a couple of wheels over the left curb there, and I was getting a penalty warning. And if you catch some of the edges around here, I kept on doing it, and it's so hard not to do it as well, because you want to take as much speed through the turns. Now, I'm okay on this corner. It's the next one that I got another penalty warning in as well. Now, and the chicane at the end can be a bit of a nightmare as well. Just think that the penalties can be a little bit harsh, and I find when we do online races around here, it doesn't matter what vehicle I'm in, we normally turn the penalties off because they're just ridiculous. Right, let's see if we can just nail this chicane. It can be very tricky. We still got that car sitting right behind us, and we know they were quicker than us in the qualifying session. Oh, that wasn't bad. Oh, I thought he was going to ram straight into me, but he backed off, and we've managed to hold the lead for the first lap. But are we going to be able to hold on to it? That is the thing. But we've still probably got about 2 or 3 laps to go. So let's see if we can. Right, slow it down into this turn. Let's try and maintain our lead. Now we've got a bit of heat in the tyres. Let's see if we can just keep on pushing and hopefully get a win. Oh, he's getting really close now. He's going to come down the inside. He's really putting me under pressure. Let's just try and hold our line here. I think he's going to go up the inside. Let's just try and hold it there. Slow it down. Turn it in. He's gone straight over the curb. Oh, my God. It got him away. Oh, my God. That was his fault. What the flipping hell was he doing? And I've got to give the position back as well. He went over the curb. Oh, God. That really gets me. Why didn't he have to give the position to me? Right, now we're going to have to put our foot down. Now he's managed to get past them. We've got a couple of other cars that have come back into the fight as well. This could be a real battle, and we still got 3 minutes. Oh, God, this is going to go wrong. I knew it was going to be tough around here. I always struggle around this circuit. I don't know why. It just seems to be because of these goddamn penalties. I'm trying to be a little bit too cautious through the turns. Right, the car behind is starting to make a move as well. He's starting to catch us up. This is going to be so tough. We've got to try and hold on to at least second place. Right, let's see if we can push it. Oh, we've managed to carry decent speed through there. And that car behind is really getting up close. He's really trying to pressurise me. Right, let's try and hold it through here. Be careful. God damn, we're going to get a penalty if we get too much over that curb. But we managed to get away with it there. Right, let's see if we can catch up with him through the chicane and try and take a bit more speed. And I can't believe he went over the curb and got away with that. Right, slow it down. Let's try and get nice and smooth. Just caught a bit of the curb there, but not too much. Yes, we managed to get through there without a warning. Let's keep on going. Well, it definitely looks like we're not going to catch first place, but we still got to try and hold on to this second, and third place is really, really pushing me. He's getting really aggressive in the turns, and we're coming towards the end. This is going to be so tight to the end. Oh, got a bit of a slide there, just trying to hold it into that turn, and he's going to pick up the speed around this corner, and here he comes. Oh, no, this is going to happen again, isn't it? I'm going to get completely and utterly smashed up in the chicane. I'm just going to hold on the left-hand side, see what he does. He's going to go run down the inside. No, he isn't. Right, let's try and hold it nice and smooth. Yes, we managed to get in there okay, and the car behind actually backed off, not like the car did in front, and we're going to take second place. Well, you know, that was a hard-fought battle, but second place is not bad. So we move on, guys, to the final race of the championship. So let's get straight to it now, guys. So here we go. Right, guys, so the final race of this championship is around Brands Hatch GP, my local circuit. This is going to be interesting. Hopefully we get some decent weather, so let's get straight into qualifying. What a nightmare qualifying session. I only managed to put in one clean lap, and that was fast enough for 14th. The rest of the laps, I got a penalty each time. It's horrendous for penalties, this circuit. I can't complain, I just have to do better in the race, so here we go. Right, so here we go with the race, guys, starting in 14th place around my local circuit. I wanted a better position, but that qualifying session was a nightmare. I kept on getting penalties, so I'm going to have to do better in the race. As long as it's dry, I'm happy. So let's see if we can get a good start here and try and take a few places and try and get closer to the front if you want to challenge in this race. If I can finish in the top 5, I would be very happy with that, and hopefully we should take the championship with that finish. Right, let's try and hold it nice and tight. Be careful, he's gone back in the inside. Just try and take it nice and steady. We're going to get at least 4 laps around this circuit in this session, so we should be okay. Right, it's gone on the outside. They've all got in the inside. Let's see if we can take a couple more places. And we should be able to hold that inside line and hold it. Yes, we're going to be able to take that position. Yes, we forced him out. He didn't like that, but I had the inside line, so tough. Right, let's try and hold it nice and tight into this turn. See if we can take a few more. Just try and get the grip, get the heat in the tyres. But I kept on getting penalties on the last couple of corners. I kept on just clipping the curb, and I got a penalty warning every single time. And then it ruins the next lap. And then you do it again, it ruins the next lap. It was just horrendous. I just could not get a clean lap in. Right, let's try and hold it nice and tight around there. In 4th gear, let's see if we can catch up. We need to latch onto the group, otherwise we're going to get away. Now, it wasn't this curb, I was fine on this one. It's the next couple of curbs, with this one on the right hand side and then the next one on the left. I kept on just going a little bit too much over that curb and grabbing myself a nice penalty. So, and this one here, let's just try and keep on the tarmac. I just can't take the risk, and we've managed to catch up anyway. And this is the first lap out the way, and we're sitting in 9th. We need to gain maybe 4 places, and I will be happy with that. Let's see if we can just take a few places. And this is on the hardest level. It's on 120 AI level, so let's see if we can just squeeze past another one here. It's just the front 4 or 5 cars that seem to have the pace, and let's see if we can just hold it. Just try and keep it nice and tidy down the hill, and that's okay. We've managed to take that 1 place. Right, let's move into this 2nd lap. Let's see if we can take a few more. Right, let's go on the outside. See if we can drive it. No, he's going to hold that inside now. He's going to be a little bit more defensive than the previous car on the last lap. Let's just try and hold it nice and tight. All got onto the apex, and we've got a car sitting right behind us. We're still struggling for the pace, but we are taking places each lap, so that's good enough for me. And that's not a bad turn there. We managed to get up there, and oh my god, here comes the rain. Here we go. I wasn't expecting rain. Right, so it looks like we're going to have some wet conditions to deal with. I wonder how that's going to play out. You're going to see a few cars going off the circuit, I expect, because this is a really challenging circuit in the wet. I've done a track day around here on a motorbike in wet conditions. I know exactly how difficult it is, and yeah, it's very, very challenging. Right, let's see if we can take another place here. That seems squeezed down. They're going to struggle in the wet, and we've managed to get through, and they're all panicking now. God, almost lost the front there. I've got to be careful myself, because we're not on wet tyres. So I'm going to have to be careful, keep it nice and controlled around there. And look, they're all struggling now. Oh my god, the rain's coming down like anything. So much water on the circuit already. So we're up to P5. Let's see if we can just squeeze past another car here. Yeah, they're all struggling. It looks like we're going to just breeze past them now. This is what annoys me about this game. I want the dynamic weather, but if it's going to just ruin the race, it's not worth it. I would have liked to just carry it on in the dry. Look, the car in front is just not going to compete now, is he? He's just going to struggle, and we're just going to be able to get past him easy as anything. Yep, he's not even going at a great pace. So there's another position, nice and easy, and we're into 1st place already. So all we've got to do is keep it nice and steady, and as I say that, just lost the front end. Let's keep it nice and controlled, and that's just take it to the end. I guarantee you we're going to finish by quite a few seconds ahead, because they're just not going to compete in these conditions. Right, careful into this turn. Literally got no grip at all now around this circuit. I've actually had to take it so easy on this last lap. I spun out on the last lap, but because I had a lead, I was able just to get back on circuit. Right, last corner. Let's just try and take it to the end. A bit of a slide there. Let's see if we can spin it right at the end. Right, let's just spin it to the camera, and then we'll do a handbrake skid, and there we go, and we win the race. So that brings us to the end of the GINETTA GT5 Championship, and we're going to become the champion. Now, the weather did ruin this championship, I'm not going to lie, and they do need to address this issue where the AI performs so poorly when it starts raining. But I'm not going to complain. We've become the champion, and we move on to the next series. Now, I'm not sure what I'm going to pick for the next series. I'm thinking maybe Formula C, because I haven't done that yet. and they have improved since the update. I hope you enjoyed the episode. Please smash that like button, subscribe if you're not subscribed, and I will see you soon for some more racing here on this channel. Thank you so much for the support, guys, and I will see you very, very soon.